आचार्यों ने वंदन करता। ओम नमो आयर्याणम उपाध्याय ने वंदन करता। ओम नमो उपाध्यायाणम सर्व साधु ने वंदन करता। नमो लोए सब साहूणम सम्यक दर्शन मुझने मर्जो। देसो पंचन मुक्तारो सम्यक ज्ञान मुझने मर्जो। सम्यक चारित्र मुझने मर्जो। मंगलानं च सर्वेषु नवपदनी आराधना करता। परमं अभय मंगलम परमं अभय मंगलम परमं अभय मंगलम।
Jai Jhendra and Namaste Badane. Thank you all for joining us this evening. We are continuing with our Heartfulness classes, and we have Neetu Ben and Ilamati Ben joining us today again, and they are going to take us through uh, compassion and non-violence with stories of Ajit Nath and Sambhav Nath, and which will then end with a session of meditation. So I will hand it over to Neetu Ben. Neetu Ben, if I can ask you to start your video, please.
Hi, this is Ila conducting today. So, Ila, please go
Oh,
on.
sorry.
Thank you so
Sorry.
much. That's all right.
Namaste, everyone. I'll just share my screen. Namaste, everyone, and thank you all for joining on this week 2 of the series of learning Jainism and going through the life of the different Tirthankars. So today we will be looking into the aspects of compassion and non-violence, which are not just the moral values of our lives, but are also the fundamentals and founding principles of how we should speak, act, and live our lives. And then this we will be walking through with the lives of the second and the third Tirthankar, Ajit Nath ji and Sambhav Nath ji. So before we start on with this week's, just a recap on what we had seen last week. So last week we went through and we learned about who are Tirthankars and about the first Tirthankar, Rishabh Dev ji. And through his life, Rishabh Dev ji taught us about how to balance the material and the spiritual life, and also his discovery of pranahuti, which today in this modern world, heartfulness, through heartfulness meditation, how it helps us to transform the lives of all of us. And coming to this week, as I said before, today we will be going through the virtues of compassion and non-violence, which is the heart of Jain life, and how these are exemplified by the life of the Tirthankars Ajit Nath and Sambhav Nath. So, compassion and ahimsa. So, what is ahimsa? Ahimsa is nothing but non-violence. When we say non-violence, it is the absence of violence, and it is not just non-violence against any physical abuse or anything that could hurt others, like a thought, a word, or an action that we have done, knowingly or unknowingly, is also considered as an act of violence. And non-violence, ahimsa, is the core and fundamental principle of Jainism. And compassion, compassion is the living expression of non-violence. When we say living expression, it is a practical application of non-violence. A compassionate heart naturally is non-violent. A compassionate heart will always have the kindness towards other humans when they speak, act, or even with their actions. So that is why we say compassion is a living expression of nonviolence. And we just saw violence is not just physical, it is through our anger, speech, being judgmental, having prejudice towards others, and everything. And when the heart is compassionate, nonviolence is natural. A compassionate heart is always kind. And here we have a overview of the different Tirthankars whose timeless wisdom has helped us have these qualities in our lives. Today, we will be seeing about the second Tirthankar, Ajit Nath, whose virtue is winning over inner enemies, and Sambhav Nath, whose main wisdom that he has taught is all things must pass. So here, Ajit Nath is the second Tirthankar, and he attained Kaivalya beneath the bay tree, and his symbol is the elephant. When we look at the story of Ajit Nath, he had victory. Ajit Nath, as his name signifies, it means victory. Victory. When we say victory, it is the victory over passion. And when he was, even before he was born, he had this quality of peace, non-violence, and victory over the characteristics of anger, pride, lust, and everything, and which generally people attained only before death. And that is why he's known for his inner strength to overcome these qualities. And he believed that true victory is winning over this anger, pride, greed, and lust. And he he was crowned by his father, though he was not interested in ruling the kingdom. He accepted and he uh, obeyed his father and became the king. And as a king, he meditated and he served a lot of people who were in hunger and a lot of monks. And his life teaches us that by mastering the mind, we can conquer the world. When we master a mind, when we have a regulated mind, we can conquer the world. And after some time, he felt content and he attained Kaivalya under the Bayabha tree, which is his Diksha Vriksha. And that his life is a complete example of how non-violence, living with non-violence, winning over these inner tendencies could help us lead a very calm and peaceful life. And in today's modern life, through heartfulness cleaning, we can overcome these inner tendencies and all the other qualities that might hurt not only others by our action, speech, or the way we behave, but even us. And we'll just take a small pause here and reflect upon the question, when I have chosen peace over reaction. So just think of a time when you just felt that it is better to take a pause, it is better to remain silent without reacting to a situation that has been happening, or defending yourself when you are proven wrong or you are told wrong. And as opposed to reacting immediately and trying to defend your ourselves immediately, just think for a moment, pause and see how you felt in both the scenarios and how was your heart at that time. And you can either share it in the Zoom chat, or you can just make a note of it and we'll discuss about it at the end of the session. Coming next to Sambhav Nath, the third Tirthankar. So, and he attained Kaivalya beneath the sal tree, and his symbol is the horse. So, story of Sambhav, he's the spirit of generosity, and in his previous birth, he was born as a king, and there was a very big famine in his kingdom. And during that time, he made sure that all the people had food, and there were many, and only after everyone had food was he had food, and there were many days when he had slept without having anything for himself. And his life is a complete example of compassion and true spirit of, selfless service towards other human beings. His compassion reduced karmic bondage and purified the heart. When you do a selfless service from your heart, and your heart is, the soul is so pure, and his life teaches us that selfless service is also a way of spiritual practice. And Sambhavnaji believed that only the soul is eternal, and all the other things around us are all temporary, like in the food we eat, the house we live, and even our name is just a label for us. That too is temporary once this physical body is gone. So he too believed that it is only the soul is eternal, and through helping each other, through helping others selflessly with a lot of compassion and love in our hearts, it is a way to go forward and advance in spiritual practice as well. And he also he had the sensitivity of doing the selfless service. That is, he did the service without being asked when someone is in need. And also, when he did the service, he didn't have the ego that he was the doer. So it's not just he did service and he had compassion towards others, and but he also did that without any ego that he was the doer, and without being asked. He understood, he had the sensitivity of the needs of those who are around them. And when he decided to have attained Kaivalya, a lot of other kings and as well joined him, and they all attained Kaivalya together. And a short pause and reflection here as well. How do we respond when someone is in need? Do we wait for them? I'll just give a few hints. Do we wait for them to ask, or selflessly we understand that someone is need and do, and when we do something to someone, do we expect something in return? Just ponder over these points, reflect upon it, take a minute. You can note it down, or you can post it in the chat, which we will go through at the end of the session. So, turning point and renunciation. As we saw, Ajit Nathji's life taught us that we can live a life which, by winning over our inner enemies. When we say inner enemies, that which, you know, makes us feel bad about ourselves, like anger, ego. We speak many words and that should not be spoken out of anger and in rage and everything. And when we have a control of this anger, this ego and everything, then there is nothing. We develop compassion and kindness towards our heart, which brings joy not only for others, but for ourselves as well. And he has taught us, his life has taught us on how to be non reactive and have self control. When we win over these inner enemies, we have a self control over us, and that brings peace to not only us, but also those around us. And the life of Sambhavnachi thoughts teaches about compassion and selfless giving. And in every action, how to have empathy without having the ego, so that when we give or when we do something to others, when we help others, when we serve others, so that they don't feel little, or they don't feel that they are being helped by others, how to give the feeling to them. That is a very big learning as I take from the life of Sambhav. And he strongly believed that service to the humans, to our brothers, is a way forward for spiritual purification as well. And they both showed us that real strength of a human lies in his kindness, in a very humble heart, and which is a very good uh, take, taking point for us this evening. So we saw about compassion and non-violence, but how do we apply compassion today? In this practical world, we have heartfulness guidelines for users living, and in that the sixth guideline as well resonates with the life and teachings of Sambhavnaji, which is nothing but know everyone as your brother and treat them as such. So when we see someone, when Sambhavnaji says that the soul is everything eternal, and when we see the soul of a person and not by the physical, face or whatever name or anything, when you see the soul that is pure, kind, and when your heart is as well purified by your compassionate characters and everything, then we treat everyone as equal, and there's a lot of joy and peace and happiness within us as well as to the others. And the lives of Ajit Naji and Sambhav Naji has taught us that being compassionate is not a weakness, it's a spiritual power. And the act of kindness lightens the heart, and it gives us nirjara, which means when we help others, when we help others selflessly, it brings a lot of joy to the person who's receiving it, not only to them, but also us. When we do this selflessly, what happens to us is we feel light, our heart feels light, and uh, a unknown happiness, a smile comes into us as well. And as a result, our karmic bondage lessens as well. So, this act of kindness not only brings joy to others, but also to us. Just for example, when we are angry and we show anger towards someone, after some time we repent and we ourselves feel bad for the action. Likewise, even for the good, when we do good selflessly with a lot of happiness, it brings a lot of joy within us as well. And that is an amazing feeling to have for all of us. And as we just saw, when we see people as souls, when we see others as souls, we cannot harm them, because we are all as souls. Our souls are all in its purest form. And when we see the purity in others, the other qualities or the other negativity all become insignificant. And that could be learned from the lives of the Tirthankars Ajit Nath Ji and Sambhav Nath Ji, which is very, very important in this modern world. Like when we see others, when we speak with others, we have kindness, and we think that they we are they reciprocate the same love and kindness that we are giving. When we have this right thinking and understanding, um, half the time we can avoid a lot of misunderstandings that happen with us. And when we say overcoming these inner enemies and refining the mind, so that we have purify our heart and everything, meditation helps us cultivate this awareness. So when we meditate daily, but through this pranahuti or yogic transmission, we refine our consciousness, refine, and we transform as a human. This meditation helps us to overcome our inner enemies and helps us to transform ourselves. Heartfulness meditation with transmission. So meditation, when we do the heartfulness meditation, we connect to the purity, the divinity within our heart. And heartfulness meditation, the unique feature is the transmission, which is the pranahuti, and it is nothing but a subtle energy that aids our inner journey. So when I say pranahuti, subtle energy, the definition is the definition for transmission is utilization of divine energy for human transformation. When we say this, what is this energy? It is not the energy we see in physics or any physical form, but it is a very subtle divine energy. So when we apply this transmission pranahuti and meditate through heartfulness, it helps with the transformation within us. And it opens up our heart and regulates our mind. Having said this, we will have a practical experience of heartful meditation. And when I said about pranahuti, I just said the definition. And if I have to explain it, it's like, it is our own unique experience of pranahuti. It could be different for different people. And I say that the fruit mango is very sweet. The level of sweetness depends upon the person who has it. So pranahuti is like that. Meditation through pranahuti is like that. When you meditate through pranahuti, when you sit in for meditation, your experience could be completely different from my experience. And when we do the meditation today, we would see that as well. So today we will be having a guided meditation session. And before that, I'll be having a short relaxation and walk you through the relaxation into the meditation. So when we meditate, we just close our eyes and just give a gentle supposition or suggestion that there is source of light in your heart and you're meditating on the divine light in your heart. So with this gentle suggestion, we will be meditating on the divine today and having the practical experience of heartfulness meditation. We'll first have 2 minutes into relaxation, guide us through meditation. We can all now close our eyes. Sit comfortably and close your eyes very slowly and very gently. Let's begin with the toes. Wiggle your toes and feel them completely relaxed. Feel that the healing energy from Mother Earth is entering into your body through your toes, relaxing them completely. Allow this energy to pass on from the ankles, completely relaxing your legs, your lower part of the body, your heart, chest, arms, your entire back, the neck muscles are all being completely relaxed. Energy moves up to your neck and your face until the top of your head, relaxing them completely. Now scan your system from the top of the head to the tip of your toe. If there is still any part of the body that is in pain, stress, or unwell, immerse it in the healing energy of Mother Earth for a little more time. Whenever you're ready, move your attention to your heart. We will now start guided meditation. Feel that the source of divine light is present deep within your heart and is attracting you from within. And you're going deeper and deeper towards the divine light in your heart. And meditate on the divine light in your heart. And we will continue meditating on the divine light in our heart with this supposition until I say, that's all. With a lot of love and joy in our hearts, please start meditation until I say, that's all. That's all. Please keep your eyes closed and gently observe your condition. Feel if there is any difference or change, or what is your experience during the meditation. And make a mental note of your experience. Very slowly and gently, whenever you feel you're ready, gently open your eyes. Let's take a little pause and have some reflection and sharing. You can write or you can post it in the chat about how you feel after the meditation. And as we already saw, what does compassion mean in your life? And have you felt any difference when you reacted to a situation where in one scenario you chose to keep quiet and in another scenario you have reacted instantly? Just recall any instant if you can think of, reflect upon it and see the difference, how you felt after that. And a small exercise for this week: how can we express kindness more cautiously this week? And how can we implement the teachings from the lives of Ajit Naji and Sambhav Naji into our life? When we say kindness, it also includes non-violence. Being compassionate is being non-violent as well. So when we do it, how we can do it from how we have learned from their lives. Just let's do it consciously this week and reflect on how we felt. So we'll now just go through a short recap. So today we saw about the two basic founding principles of the life of Jainism: the non-violence and compassion, and the lives of Ajit Nath, who through his life taught us that victory over inner passions, victory over inner enemies, how it can lead us to a life of calmness. How can it bring calmness in our life, and how it can purify our heart and our soul. And we also saw the life of Sambhav Naji, whose life is a very big example of generosity, and not just generosity, selfless service towards his fellow human beings. So these two main lessons that we had learned today, not just purifies our heart, and these two not just brings about changes in our life, changes within us, happiness and joy to us, but it also brings peace, love, and the same thing for all those who are around us. And in this modern world, these are very much important and much needed for all of us this time. And we also had a practical experience of heartfulness meditation using transmission, which helps us refine through heartfulness cleaning, which helps us refine, overcome these tendencies of anger, lust, pride, and ego. And through heartfulness meditation that refines us, refines um, our heart and helps us transform as a human being. And next week, the topic would be purity and detachment. And we'll have this learning through the stories of the Tirthankars, Abhinandan, Nathji, and Padma Prabhaji. If you would like to know more about the Tirthankars, their life, and the values that they have taught us, Heartfulness Guide, Daji, has released a new book called Holy Tirthankars. You can scan this QR code and you can read the book and know more about their lives. Thank you. I'll just stop the share so that I can look.
If anyone has any questions, please put them in the chat, or you can raise your hand and unmute yourself as well. So if you have any questions, please let us know.
I'm sorry, I'm unable to see the chat.
That's fine. I will try and have a look at it for you.
Sure,
If
thank
there
you.
is anything that comes up.
Yeah, thank you.
Guys, this is your opportunity to ask any questions. Please do so, because we do have wonderful teachers here who can give you a bit more insight into meditation uh, and also a bit of Jain philosophy as well. So please do not hesitate to ask anything that you would like to ask. Looks like everybody's still in a meditative state.
Okay.
Okay, I've got Shandeep asking, or maybe as a statement, I think the process of pranahuti would help in meditation, but we do not know more about this yet. And I think we covered this a little bit in the Tuesday class, where we said that it is a. Could you explain about the three? Was it the three stage process, or the three classes that we need to take as beginners?
Yeah, so Pranahuti, as I said, is nothing but yogic transmission, which is the unique feature of heartfulness meditation. So if you would like, we have these three introductory sessions where which we can arrange if you are interested, which we will go, you can experience meditation with a trainer and also know more about the heartfulness meditation, the heartfulness cleaning process that we have mentioned. So these introductory sessions will help you have more insight about heartfulness meditation, its heartfulness, its different practices like meditation, cleaning, and also take a deep diving into your inner self, like an adventure into you.
These sort of classes, are they sort of like in person, or can they be done on video, or what is the best way of doing these things?
So yeah, we do have a link which I can post it in the chat or share it. It's called heartspot.org, where you can find the nearest trainer, a heartfulness trainer near you, or a heartfulness center near you. So you can connect with a trainer who's near to you just need to enter your postcode to the link. I will share the link through the WhatsApp as well, uh, where you can connect with a trainer who's nearest to you, and you can start your introductory sessions or attend a group meditation center session at a session near you. We have a center in Potters Bar, and we have 2 3 trainers in Potters Bar as well. And it is not just limited to that. If you have any friends or family who would like to experience heartfulness meditation as well, you can share them this link, which will help them find the nearest trainer, connect with them, and they can arrange for sessions between them based upon their comfortability and time. It could either be through Zoom or in person based upon their interest and time. I'll
I
share
think
the link.
if you share that link with Shandeep, and then he can send it out via
Sure,
the emails,
sure,
then that goes to everybody as well. So
sure.
that would be good. Um, I uh, just try to see. There's no.
From Tuesday session. The same question had been asked. Sorry, can you hear me?
Sorry, yeah. Now we can hear you.
Sorry, my mic was the same question was asked on Tuesday, as you correctly said, and I had promised I'll share some links on or giving a more descriptive information about what is transmission or pranahuti. And I also managed to find one link where different people were quoting their experiences. And as Ilamati just stated, like taste of mango is different for different person. Similarly, how transmission was differently felt by different individuals. These two links, I'm not sure. Did it come through? I had shared it in my group, and the organizer at our end was going to send it to Shandip Bhai. I'm not sure if
Okay.
you received it.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything in my emails, but then that might be just me. But I'll double check with Shandipai, and then
Yeah.
And
we'll
if
feed
you
that.
have not received it yet, we will send the link to connect with a trainer or a center nearby, that link as well, so that
Mhm.
those who are interested can connect with a trainer and attend the sessions.
Of course. Yeah, not a problem.
Yeah,
Okay.
once you get the link, maybe you can share with the Thursday audience as well.
Yes.
Of
It would
course.
be useful
Yes.
for them.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Well, okay. So people, last chance. I only have 2 more minutes on the clock. If you do have any burning questions, please do put them out here. Uh, there's always knowledge hidden behind every question. So there's nothing wrong in asking something. So please do feel free to ask
If
anything about today's session. Sorry, Ilana. Yes,
no,
go ahead.
if there is nothing that anyone could not think of today, but any question or any clarifications that you need, please always feel welcome to post the question to us, and we'll be happy to answer them.
Okay. Not um, hey guys. So I think if there isn't any other questions, we will bring today's session to an end. Thank you very much, Ilamati Ben and Nitu Ben, for today's session. We will have another session again on Tuesday, where we have another class with Heartfulness, and we'll be going through similar meditation and also speaking about our Tirthankars and the light that they have passed down to us. So thank you very much. And okay, we have a quick question. Does it always have to be a light you focus on, or a focus on any other part of the body?
The focus is, we don't say it as a focus. So heartfulness meditation is all about meditating on the heart. So why heart? As we just said, saw today about the lives of our Tirthankars, Ajit, Nath and Sambhav ji. A pure heart, the soul is eternal, and the heart is the purest form. We refine it. So the focus is always on the heartfulness meditation is always about meditating on the heart, and it is not focus, but it is a gentle suggestion that we, or a supposition we give, that there is a light in our heart and we are meditating. As you meditate, as you practice, you overcome this supposition as well. But you just start by giving this gentle supposition, and you start meditation. So
Okay.
focus or concentration is a result of meditation. As we meditate, we become more sensitive, we become more intuitive. So, and our concentration and our other capabilities improve. So, it's a result of doing meditation that we achieve. We don't focus on the light, it is just a gentle suggestion or a supposition. You will get to know
Okay.
more when you have the introductory classes with a trainer as well.
Because of course these meditative sessions are just like a little bit of a taster, so to speak. And yes, yeah. So
Yeah.
the proper thing is done with proper guidance and proper sessions.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yes. To answer that question, I would like to add a little bit more about the heart concept. Um, there, heart, as when the Ilamati started meditation, she said that suppose a light, the divine energy. So we all believe in this concept of soul, and we all believe in this concept that heart is the seat of that soul in our body, that divine energy. So, to purify the heart, to make it so serene that you meditate on that light, you reach that divine energy. That is why it's heart in heartfulness. Thank you.
So thank you very much, Ilamatiben and Nituben, for this session today. For all those who are still listening, if you want the link, I've just been told that if you can email Shandip for the link, we will get that link to you, um, and we will get all the other details to you as well. So if you just email Shandip that you would like the link, then we will forward that on to you. Okay. Um, Deepa has quickly put a question. How long is the meditation supposed to be? About 30 minutes. I'm assuming it is as long as you want it to be.
So the maximum time that you can meditate at a given time is maximum duration that you can meditate at a given time is 1 hour.
1 hour.
1 hour at a given point of time. But there is no limitation to the number of times you can meditate on a day.
Okay.
You can
So we
meditate
can,
2 times, 3 times a day as your heart
yes,
craves. And
yes.
duration for each time you sit could be according what comes to your heart. Maximum would be one. Yeah.
Um, I mean, for those listening, I think with my little knowledge, um, what we have in Jainism, they say samayak. It is a form of meditation where you are doing your beads, and samayak padavi આપણે કહીએ in Gujarati. Is it's that could be like, it could be an hour long, it could be 15 minutes long, it could be as long as you want it to be, as long as the time that you have, and that is a form of meditation as well. But I think that is a similar concept to meditation. But of course, you have to have your focus there. Anyway, thank you very much, Ilaben and Mituben. Again, for today's session. So I am going to now bring this to an end. And if there is any further questions, please email them to us. We will forward them to Nituben and Amatiben for forwarding it to them. Otherwise, thank you very much, and Jai Jinendra to everybody.
Thank you, everyone. It was a pleasure to have the session. Thank you.
हरिहंत प्रभु ना दर्शन करता, ओम नमो हरिहंताणम। सिद्ध प्रभु ना दर्शन करता, ओम नमो सिद्धाणम। आचार्यों ने वंदन करता, ओम नमो आयर्याणम। उपाध्याय ने वंदन करता, ओम नमो उपाध्यायाणम। सर्व साधु ने वंदन करता, नमो लोए सब साहूणम। सम्यक दर्शन मुझने मर्जो, देसो पंचन मुक्तारो। सम्यक ज्ञान मुझने मर्जो, सौवा पाप परासनो। सम्यक चारित्र मुझने मर्जो, मंगलानं च सर्वेषु। नवपदनी आराधना करता,